record on this computer. Okay, so welcome to the training. Last week we touched on some few stuff, and so today we'll just be continuing from where we stopped. Yeah, we discussed several of these things. I think it was recorded, so if you had time, you probably went through. So we'll just be starting from here about virtual assistants. And so we'll look at some of the tools, some of the skills, and then also we'll be doing some 1-2 researches here and there, just to understand maybe some terminologies and all that. And if you have any question, you can always feel free to ask. So when we talk about virtual assistant, so mostly the kind of jobs, these are usually administrative kind of work. So it can even include like attending meetings and taking notes. It can include that. It can include helping someone to manage their calendar, like calendar management. And so there are people who are very busy and their schedules, they are very tight. And so you can assist them to manage their calendars. For example, you can be a virtual assistant to a doctor in the US. Let's say it's a chiropractor. Chiropractor, they are mostly therapists who help people to recover mostly after accident, or if you're having body pains and all that. So they can help you with that process. Those are chiropractors. And so let's say you are an assistant to a chiropractor. What you usually do is you help them. Maybe if they have different schedules, they're supposed to meet with someone at this time, so you know when to remind them. Probably a day prior, you remind the person who has hired you, and maybe you also remind the patient who they are supposed to meet with. And so that can be an example of your work. And so to achieve such kind of work, there are tools that you need. And so you might need, maybe they have a social media account and they need you to keep it updated. So you need like Canva. Canva, it can help you to edit images. It can help you to design posters, to design flyers, just to come up with graphics that can assist with marketing. So that is Canva, but you also have other tools. It's not only Canva, there are so many. Canva is the most famous because it's free. But if you are advanced and you have good skills in graphic design, you can use tools like even Adobe. And Adobe is quite large. So Adobe suits, you have Adobe Illustrator, you have Adobe Photoshop, you have Lightroom. Even now Figma is part of Adobe, so it's quite large. And then we have other tools like Meta Manager. So Meta Manager, it can enable you to maybe run Facebook ads, or not only Facebook ads, you can also run ads on Instagram. We have also Facebook Studio. So Facebook Studio, it can help you to schedule different posters or different posts that you want to appear on certain days at certain time on your clients, their social media, either on Facebook or on Instagram. So like Facebook Studio is just an example of what we call CRM, customer relation management, CRM. So there are many kinds of CRM, like HubSpot is also CRM. So you can go there and you can schedule different content for your client, and they can run at certain time on a certain day that you have set. And so maybe your client wants their social media presence to be active. Maybe they want you to do daily posts. So you can plan on how you're going to do those daily posts. And so you're going to use such tools. And then I talked about, let's say, you have maybe a doctor who deals with helping people in a certain way. It could be even It could even be maybe is a doctor who deals with children who are going maybe through a certain kind of illness or a certain kind of stage in their life. And so they need a doctor to help them through. And so you can help them with calendar management. And so with calendar management, you need tools like Calendly. You can even have Google Calendar. You can have the one on Microsoft. And so there are so many tools. But the famous one is Calendly and Google Calendar. And then we have Google Suites. So when we talk of Google Suites, it includes even the email, like you have email, and then you have like Google Sheets, you have Google Docs, you have Google Presentation, all those, they fall under Google Suites. And so you need to have those skills to be able to, if someone maybe let's say you're a virtual assistant to someone who has a shop, an e-shop on Amazon. And so they are selling some products on Amazon. So for them, they'll need you to go into Amazon and to collect data. Let's say, how many items have they sold? Obviously, you can download such kind of information using CSV. CSV is a kind of spreadsheet that you can download, and then you can upload it maybe on their Google Sheet. Maybe they want you to come up with maybe a contract. So you can do research and you can write that contract maybe in a Google Docs. And so you have like a Google document and you have all those details. So you need more than one skill in Google Suites. Maybe they need you to go into their email and check and respond to emails. Maybe help them to organize the email. So you can create labels and then you can plan how it can be easier for them to prioritize. They know which emails are important, which ones are not important. So based on how you have organized the emails for them. And then we have email marketing tools. And for email marketing tools, there are quite a lot. An example is just HubSpot. So let me just go here. Let me just do it here. I'll pull this down here. So an example of email marketing tool is like HubSpot. That's one of them. Like HubSpot, it's an email marketing tool, but it's also a CRM. So we have HubSpot, we have a MailChimp. We have another, it's called MailerLite. Yeah, this too much process. Let me use a different browser. So let me use this browser. So we have like MailChimp. That's an email marketing tool. We have another one is HubSpot, which is a CRM. Even MailChimp is a CRM. We have MailerLite. So these are just 3 examples of email marketing tools. And so your client, whoever it will be, they will have like a list. Maybe let's say they deal with MailChimp. So they'll provide you with the login details, and then you can log in and you can create like bundles of different clients. So let's say when people join, you want them to receive a certain kind of email. So you do email automation. So anytime someone subscribes and they are new, they are sent maybe a welcome email from the CRM or from the email marketing tool. Let's say you create emails per week, but you don't want everyone to receive the same email. So you can have email for those who are just coming in, like newcomers, they just joined. And then you can have emails maybe for long-time clients. And so you have organized into groups, different groups. And so you can always go in and then you can do your email marketing. You see, like even this, based on the description here is, is a marketing, automation, and email platform. So you can automate your emails. And then we have HubSpot, but HubSpot is broad, so it does different kinds of stuff. So if you have time, you can go into HubSpot and you can practice, because you can start with HubSpot for free, like for free. And even they have also courses. They have HubSpot Academy. I think if I scroll, I might find it. So other than them providing this platform, which is almost free, they are saying it's free, but obviously it's not free. Free is limited. They also have HubSpot Academy, where you can go in and you can do some certifications for free. So they have a lot of courses here for you for free. So other than them having that tool, which you can use for email marketing for free, they have also offered courses. Like they have so many courses here just for free. You don't have to pay nothing, and you can be certified also. You take a course, you do the exam, and then you get certified for free. So you can see they even have here email marketing. You can start the certification, and then you can also practice just on their platform. They have social media marketing certification. So this is too obvious. There's one, and then this is very new because I've never seen it. And you can see these courses are very short, just 3 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours. They are very short, 1 hour, 3 hours, SEO. So they are very, very, very short courses. So like you can go in and you can check just to improve on your skills. You can see they even have like critical thinking, inbound marketing. So you need to know about inbound marketing and outbound marketing. Like you need really to know how to navigate search. So when you get a client as a virtual assistant and they need a special kind of assistance with their marketing, when you have this knowledge, you can suggest to them some tools that can really be helpful to them. The other one is MailerLite. So MailerLite also, it mostly helps with email marketing. As you can see, they say create email marketing your audience will love. And so most of these tools, you can always start free. Like MailChimp, you can start free. HubSpot, you can start free. MailerLite, you can start free. And you can create accounts. So if you want, you can even practice. So you can find maybe emails from your friends and you can go in and you can just practice to have that knowledge. But there are many other tools, like we have Klaviyo. You can also use it, other than it being a CRM, you can even use it also for email marketing the same. And also it enables you like to send text messages. So I think if you have Safaricom line, so there are times that you receive text messages. So those text messages, they are automated. It is not someone sitting and sending them to you. So they are meant for marketing. So they set it maybe at certain interval. Maybe after a week, send this text message to this person. If this person lines maybe buys a new SIM card, send them maybe text messages to welcome him to the new, and then maybe instructions on how to benefit from using maybe a certain SIM card. Maybe if it's Safaricom, if it's Airtel, all that. And so all those, there are some of the tools for marketing. Yeah. And then we have like Shopify. So Shopify is mostly used to make a website, but mostly is used for eShop or e-commerce. So e-commerce is mostly like you want to sell items online. So an example of e-commerce, this is an example of e-commerce is like Jumia. Like Jumia, like you can go in and you can buy items. So now a website like this one on Jumia, now you can create something like this one for your client where they can post their products. So just an example is this one that I made for a client. Bitmount. So there's this one, an example of just a website that I made. You see, I made on, this is made on Shopify. So I made this website for this lady and it was made on Shopify. So like you can make a website for a client on Shopify and you can see like you can come in and you can buy some of her products. Like you have this one, you have this one, you have this, just different products you can see with their prices. And so you can make something of sort on Shopify. And the good thing is some of these things you can get their skills free. So you can see, you can create your e-commerce. Like if you're selling products, you have someone, maybe a client is selling certain kinds of products, and they need a website. You can do that for them and you can charge them. So you can see we have Shopify, we have WordPress. So these two are the most common, WordPress and Shopify. So they are the most common. You have WordPress, you have Shopify. So WordPress, Shopify, they are usually called content management system. So what you go in, you just go in and you drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. And then you end up creating a website for your client. Also, with WordPress, they use some things called plugin. A plugin is just a feature that you can add on your website to perform certain things. Like you can add it, maybe you can add an e-commerce. You can add a platform that maybe if you're making a website for people to donate things, so you can just add that feature that enables people to be able to donate, maybe to donate for a certain cause. So you can use such kind of tools, but we'll be discussing this into details. Okay, so I'll proceed. The next tool is Go High Level. So Go High Level, it's also more of a content management system. Like you can create a website there, you can create emails, you can do a lot of automations and all that. You can create selling funnels. So Go High Level is an example of what we call SaaS. Okay, so there are usually so many. So SaaS mostly is software as a service, and it can just help you to do lots of things. So let me see if I can just log into Go High Level here. I don't know if I have the logins offhand. So this is just an example, and you can see you have like 14 days. You have 14 days trial. So you can go in and you can practice like that for free. I don't know if they require you to enter your card. That's where the issue comes in. Like if they require you to enter your card, then that becomes trouble. But if they don't need you to enter your card, then you can go in and you can do some practice here and there. So let's see if it's going to open Go High Level. Yeah, I can't remember the login, so that's unfortunate. I can't use my logins for my client, so that would be breach of contract. So I was to use maybe mine, but I can't remember them. So yeah, that's messed up. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, it can't let me log in, so sorry on that. But you can go in and you can create their free, like the one for trial, 14 days trial. I don't know if it requires one to have the logins, or you can do it free. So if it doesn't require you to enter your card, then you can try using it. Yeah, so that's about the tools, but there are so many tools that I can't exhaust right now. And so since we have talked about different tools, we can also see some of the skills. Like you have calendar scheduling, which I've talked about. We have graphic and video design. So about video design, you can use also same tools like Adobe. You can use Adobe. You can use Canva. But most people, they are currently using this. It's called CapCut. So you can even download it and then do some practice. And the good thing is you can find on YouTube lots of tutorials. Like if you go on YouTube, and you just search, let's say, introduction. You can see to bring you lots of different tutorials. So you can see the ones that personally I shall go for those that have lots of view. Like this one has 427K. So that means it can be, if more people are viewing it, then it means like it's more of a trustworthy kind of tutorials. So you can see there are so many. These just 10 minutes, but there are usually those that go long. I always prefer to go for something that goes for more than 1 hour, because then it can exhaust different kinds of maybe features or on the given app. So like you can go in and you can learn how to use CapCut to make video. In Kenya, many people, they currently use CapCut. Like this guy is called Wololo. So if watch his comedy, if watch this guy's comedy, he usually uses mostly CapCut. So at the end of his videos, you'll see they have written CapCut. Yeah. So you can learn how to edit your videos using CapCut. Yeah. And then you have some of the skills you also need is computer literate. So we talked about Google Suits. To use them, to use like Google Suits, Google Doc, Google, maybe to create things like presentations, you need to be computer literate. You need to know how to use such kind. You need to know how to use an email and all that. And then web design, I talked about WordPress, I talked about Shopify. And so those are just example of tools that you can go in and you can create a website. So you don't need to know the basics of web design to be a web designer, because when we talk about the basics of web design, you will need to know something like HTML, but you really don't need to know them to be a web designer. You'll need to know something we call CSS, and then you need to know something we call JS or JavaScript. So you need to know these things. You need to know HTML, and then you need to know CSS and JavaScript. So, however, this is not mandatory, since you have what we call CMS, or content management system. You can use them, like WordPress is one of them. We talked about Shopify. We even have the one we just looked, like HubSpot. You can use it as a CMS. We have Drupal, we have Joomla. There are so many of them. So you can use them. So you don't need really to have like that kind of knowledge on the basics of web design, like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You really don't. Yeah. So the other skill is digital marketing, which includes also things like web design. Is still part of digital marketing, email marketing, and then you have graphic design. So all those skills, you can use them as a virtual assistant. So someone hires you and you help them with all these tasks. So you help them to create content for their maybe Facebook, Instagram, and other social media. You also maybe assist them to create content based on the field that they are in. And so there are tools that can make this easier for you. And then we have social media marketing, which still falls under digital marketing. We have data entry. So a data entry, let's say, as I mentioned earlier, they have, maybe they have a shop on Amazon. So they are selling, let's say, some products on Amazon. So Amazon is a website. So let's say they sell some products on Amazon. And so they have like their own shop on Amazon where they sell products. So let me see if I can find just an example I can use. So maybe a client, let me see the name of the client. So this is a client. So you can see these are their products. For this guy, is called Mikega or something. So he sells all this kind of stuff. He sells some phones here. Yeah, so all these products. And then he has here a video. So even like this one, you can be the one who created it to help with his advertisement, you know. So he sells the casing, like the casing for phones. So for you, like, let's say people have bought certain products. Maybe they have bought this, they have bought this, they have bought this. So you come, you log in. So maybe he has given you or she has given you the login details. So you just come in and you log in, and then you can download that CSV file, or you can check based on the summary, and then you can go to Google Sheet, and you can create it. You can create like some cells and columns, and then you can name and label them in a proper way. And so the person, when they come in, they can know, okay, how many casing did I sell maybe this week? And so it helps them to make decisions easier, even though they can still find all those here. Initially, I talked about, let's say you are a virtual assistant to a doctor, maybe a chiropractor. And so they need to know how many clients they have made. So you need to create, maybe, let's say, a spreadsheet, and you have the client's name, client's mobile number, and then the scheduled time, and then maybe if they have paid or not, or if maybe they have signed up to maybe coming for those services, maybe monthly, weekly. So you create those kind of stuff, and so you'll be entering those data. And then you have data analytics. So if you run maybe Google ads, or you run Facebook ads, or even TikTok campaigns, so you'll need to know certain things. Like you can check on the analytics. You can see on this time, at this specific period of time, this number of people, they did ABCD. And so you can be able to pull those data, and you can make decisions based on that. And so you can know, okay, I ran this ad, we spent this much. And so what do we need to maybe do to make better decisions with the future campaigns? And so you need to know data analytics. And then you have communication. So if you're going to do maybe call center, you assist the client maybe with maybe picking calls and then calling people. You already need to be good with communication skills. You need to be clear when you are talking. When we are talking about some of the devices you need, we mentioned about noise cancelling headphones. So you might also need something of sort. And so on what we have talked about, you can find more resources on, you can search Google Digital Skills. I can do that right now. Google Digital Skills. So you can go in here and you can learn free stuff, and you can even be certified. It's called Google Digital Garage. That's the actual name. So you'll gain skills. So Google Digital Garage, or you can even search Google Africa Digital Skills. It will still bring you the same stuff. Here we have them. So you can even check, like they have courses and all that. So you can see like this, I think there are testimonials from people. Yeah, so you can, this is just an example of the resources. You can come in and you can check what they have, like some of the courses they offer, and you can sign up. You can see they have lots. You have stuff on communication, design, digital well-being, all that. So you see some of the courses here, and they are for free. Like you can learn for free. You have data analytics. We already mentioned about data analytics. And you can see they say earn a professional certificate in data analytics with this in-depth program from Google and Coursera. And then you have IT support. You can provide IT assistance to people. Let's say you work maybe for a company that offers Wi-Fi. So if they offer Wi-Fi, you can provide information about certain things. UX design career, you can see fundamentals of digital marketing. We have talked about digital marketing. So you can also run about the fundamentals of digital marketing. And then Google Ads training. You have digital marketing and e-commerce. You have effective networking, like how to network. You can even learn how to make your CV. And then they have here training tools. Like you can have lots of free materials here. So that is on Google Digital Africa or Google Skills for Africa. So you can get skills for free there. Another is HubSpot. I already mentioned it. It's also free. The other one is Udemy or Udemy. You can also, if you're already working for maybe a global company or a huge corporation, they can help you with LinkedIn Learning. So there are many organizations that they provide their employees, or some schools, they provide you with a chance so that you can log in into LinkedIn Learning and you can acquire more skills for free. And they have lots and lots of free materials for you to study. And some of the materials, they are produced like weekly. You can see these are some of the courses. They have even divided business, technology, creative. So you can access some of these if you're working for a top organization that they want their employees to always have more knowledge in the specific field in which they are hired. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. And there are many other tools. Okay. I don't know if you have any questions. Any questions?
No.
Okay. So this just discusses more on what we have already talked about, like more about tools. Now it divides those tools. We have web tools. Okay. Web tools, mostly they are for web design. That's why I said web. So like the tools you can use to make maybe websites. And then graphic tools, those that you can use for graphic design and also video editing. And then we have other tools. The rest of the tools, they include like those that can assist you with marketing, like running ads, okay? And then those that can help you to communicate with your client, like we have Monday. Monday can help you to maybe plan with the client, communicate with the client and all that. And so they have so many tools. We have CRM called Hotsuite or Buffer. They are mostly CRMs. Yeah. So these are just some of the tools. Yeah. So probably next time when we meet, we'll be talking about design. And when we talk about design, we'll be talking about design processes and design principles. So what I want you to do as part of your assignment, let's do this. So sample data for Excel. Let me see if I can download some sample data here. Okay, company employee data. I think this can be easier. You have employee ID, full name, job title, gender, salary, and all that. Let me see if I can download this one. Yeah. Let's see. Awesome. Okay. So I'm just going to give you a very, very simple work based on this data. Is a lot of it. Let me see if I can find not so much data. The one that has list. Let's see this. Mm. So what I'm going to do, I'll send you this one, this data, and I want you to use your imagination and your creativity to organize this data, let's say for your client. Now they have hired you with this as data entry job. So I'll send this to you. Now I want you to do it on, I want you to do this on Google Sheet. So I'll send you this one. Let me see if there's a different kind. Let me see. Salesforce. This is even much better. This for sales. Yeah. Let's use for sales. Let's see. Company. This one is not there. Financial. Perfect. Yeah, I'll send this one. Financial sample. So I want you to use this financial sample to organize it in a good way so that you are maybe if someone has hired you, they can easily go in and they can make decisions based on how you have organized it. So I'll just send this to you, and then you can go in and you can do that. Let me see if there is a different one. Okay, so that would be your assignment. I'll send it to you. Then next week, we can start from here. Do you have any questions? No. Okay, if there's no any questions, thank you for your time. and I wish you a great weekend ahead. Thank you.